Hey everyone. So this video I'm going to walk you through the updated hotel development model. This has been updated to version 1.3. There have been some pretty significant updates in this version. So I'll walk you through quickly what I've done. I've added a sensitivity analysis to unlevered returns. Um, I've added a visual on the summary tab with capital outflow during development. Added the ability to pay down construction loan interest with operating cash flows. Added debt metrics to the summary tab, fixed some errors, and did some minor formatting and bug fixes. And I can erase this because that has been added. And so most of what you'll see here has actually been done to the summary tab. And so if you're familiar with the model, you'll see that this looks a little bit updated from the last time. The previous version, we added this mezz debt section. So what I'll do is I'll walk you through each one of these. And so we'll just go right down the list here. So we'll start with the sensitivity analysis. So down here, I've added the ability to plug in different inputs using the sensitivity matrix on the hold period. So basically, what would the outcomes be to the unlevered IRR and multiple on invested capital if you were to adjust the hold period from the operating start date? And so you can come in here and you can simply type in 1 year, 8 years, whatever you want in any of these 5 line items, and it will return back the metrics. And so let's put this to 1, 3, 5, 7, and 10. And all of this is being calculated from another matrix which I've built out here. And down here, there's a lot of sort of background guts to the model here, but this section is being pulled in from here. And I'm not going to go through the details of how this all works, but if you guys are interested, you can come in here and mess around and kind of figure out what's going on. So there's a whole slew of things that are happening sort of behind the scenes in this section in the monthly cash flows tab. But that will give you a little insight into how all that works. So that's the sensitivity analysis. In a future update, I'm actually going to build out the unlevered return sensitivity analysis as well. But that'll be for the next update. And so next we added the visual summary. So here you can see how capital is flowing during development. So this will show you the months down here. And you'll see that the red is equity, the yellow is mezz debt, and the green is senior debt. Now you'll notice there's no yellow here because our mezz debt's off. So if we turn on our mezz debt, you'll see a bit of yellow comes in, and this adjusts slightly because now you have a little more interest that you'll need to be paying on the mezz debt. So you'll kind of notice here up in the sources, the number will increase a little bit and decrease when you turn off the mezz debt. And so that's what's happening over here. So you can see the visual of how the cash is flowing out. And here's obviously the purchase of the property. All right, so next, the ability to pay down construction loan interest with operating cash flow. So I actually had an email come in, and I thought this was a great add. So the way this usually worked is that there was no ability for operating cash flows to pay off the construction loan. So it's really more of a conservative way to underwrite, where you don't have an ability to pay down the interest reserve, and so therefore there's more interest reserve, and so your numbers are more conservative. But in a lot of cases, you'll project out the start of operations, and there will be some portion, usually it could be 100% of the NOI or 50% of the NOI or whatever's in between those numbers, in between 0% and 100%, that will be earmarked or allocated to pay down the interest that is due over the during that period. So you're not paying down any of the interest that's been capitalized, but you're paying the interest that is due in that period. And so down here, I've added here to the senior debt the percent available operating cash flow to pay interest. Percent of available operating cash flow to pay interest. And so right now there's 100%. And so you'll see in this row, row 238, construction loan payments, So if you put 100%, what it's going to do is going to give you the minimum. You'll see our minimum. So the minimum of the interest due in that period, or the amount available times summary C258. So that's right here. So if it's 50%, let's do 20% so you can kind of see this working in the other direction where we don't have enough to cover our interest, but we're only required to use 20% of our NOI. And so that's what's available here to pay down. All right, so that was added. We've added our debt metrics. And so you can see that here we have our minimum debt service coverage ratio, our average debt yield. It's all here. And that's really it. Fixed error and permanent debt calcs. And we had minor formatting bug fixes. So that's really everything for the update. It's a very short video, so I hope that's helpful, and I hope this provides more functionality for you in your underwriting. All right, thanks a lot.